Welcome back to our Prelims PYQ series, in which we are solving Prelims PYQs from 1979 to 2024. ये 45 साल प्लस की years है, and it is arranged in theme wise and subject wise topics. Same question will be appearing on the PYQ portal, and the notes will be provided of the EduChemy. Link is in the description. आपको बता दूं कि PSP 2025 is still running. You can check out the courses. Today's topic is Government of India Acts. It is a part 3 of video. For earlier parts, you can check out the playlist. Come to the question. जल्दी से आते हैं. Which one of the following aroused a wave of popular indignation that led to massacre by the British at the Jallianwala Bagh? जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर बेसिकली किसके कारण हुआ था? अगर हम चारों में से देखें, आर्म्स एक्ट 1878 है, ये नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज जलियांवाला बाग हैपेंड इन 1919. अब देखते हैं. वर्नाकुलर प्रेस एक्ट भी अराउंड 1878 है. पब्लिक सेफ्टी एक्ट अराउंड 1928 है. तो ये भी नहीं, ये भी नहीं, ये भी नहीं. The Rowlatt Act, which is 1918-1919, basically. The answer is C. You can see the Jallianwala Bagh massacre took place on 13th April 1919 during an anti-Rowlatt agitation in Amritsar. The Rowlatt Act was passed in March 1919, which authorized the government to imprison any person without trial. मतलब किसी को भी वो without trial के जेल में डाल सकते थे and conviction in the court of law. Tagore renounced his knighthood in protest against Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Next question. During the Indian freedom struggle, why did the Rowlatt Act arouse popular indignation? अब वही repeated question घुमा के पूछ दिया. It curtailed the freedom of religion? No, nothing of religion. It suppressed the Indian traditional education? No. It authorized the government to imprison people without trial? अभी हमने देखा. The answer is C. अगर आपने PYQ कर रखा है, so it will be very easy to solve UPSC questions. Answer is here C. It was passed in March 1919, and even though every single Indian member of the Central Legislative Council opposed it, it became a reason for Jallianwala Bagh tragedy. You can see the PSP and its components. You can take the screenshot here. And here are some of the USPs of our PSP. At 45% जो बच्चे थे, उन्होंने मेंस दिया प्रीलिम्स क्वालिफाई करके. 50% जो क्वेश्चन से वो डायरेक्ट हिट था, और उनकी बहुत मदद हुई विद रिस्पेक्ट टू कॉन्फिडेंस एंड एक्यूरेसी. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 पे आते हैं. The instrument of instructions contained in the Government of India Act 1935 have been incorporated in the Constitution of India in the year 1950 as instrument of instructions is given to the state. इस state को provide social justice क्या-क्या काम करने हैं. So it is given in the directive principles of the state policy. Answer is B. Moving to next question. Question number 4. By regulation of 1793, district collector was deprived of his judicial powers and made the collecting agent only. What was the reason for such a regulation? Now, Lord Cornwallis faced time पे was called father of civil service. Now, डिस्ट्रिक्ट कलेक्टर की पावर को उन्होंने ले लिया कुछ पावर्स. क्यों किया होगा, ये रीजन देखते हैं. Lord Cornwallis felt that the district collector's efficiency of revenue collection would enormously increase. Now, this is very extreme and subjective. ये नहीं. Lord Cornwallis felt that the judicial power should compulsorily be in the hands of Europeans, while Indians can be given the job of revenue collection in the district. No, it is also not. Lord Cornwallis never trusted Indians. Lord Cornwallis was alarmed at the extent of power concentrated in the district collector and felt that the such absolute power was indesirable in one person. Now, this is something which can hold, and this is a correct answer. Last, the judicial work demanded a deep knowledge of India and a good training in law, and Lord Cornwallis felt that the district collector should only be a revenue collector. No, answer is C here. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. Question number 5. Which of the following are the principal features of the Government of India Act 1919? कौन कौन से principal features से आइए देखते हैं. Introduction of diarchy, the executive government of the provinces. Second, introduction of separate communal electorates for Muslims. Now it was 1909, तो ये तो नहीं है. तो अपने आप I'm left with A and C. Fine. तो अपने आप first statement is common, तो ये अपने आप correct. अगर नहीं पता है तो the devolution of legislative authority by the center to the provinces. अगर आप ये statement को देखोगे तो statement is correct. तो अपने आप answer is C. Our CSAT courses has been launched. It is taken up by Devendra sir. You can scan the QR code and check out its features. Moving to next question. The Rowlatt Act aimed at. ये फिर से हमने देखा बार बार ये पूछ रहा है. तो it is imprisonment without trial, imprisonment without trial, and summary procedures for trial. The answer is B. Moving to next question. It's question number 7. Ilbert Bill controversy. ये भी हमने solve किया है पहले. Was related to imposition of certain restrictions to carry arms. No. Imposition of restrictions on newspapers and magazines published. No. Vernacular Press Act है. The removals of disqualifications imposed on Indian magistrate with respect to or with regard to trial of Europeans. Now this is one thing. So seventh is basically C. Moving to next question. The Government of India Act of 1919 clearly defined. क्या clearly define कर रहा है? Separation of power within judiciary and legislature? No. The jurisdiction of central and provincial government. Now, this is the something you can look for. Because directly लाया था, and it is kind of demarcating the jurisdiction of central government and provincial government as well as in terms of everything, in terms of budget also. The powers of Secretary of State for India? No. Answer is B. Question number 9. Montague-Chelmsford reforms were related to dash social education reforms in police administration and constitutional. Now this is not the case. It was constitutional reform, Government of India Act 1919, and it was related much to the constitution. The Factories Act 1881 was passed with a view to fix the wages of industrial workers and to allow the workers to form trade unions. हम बात कर रहे हैं 1881 की, यहाँ possible ही नहीं था. This is wrong. Second, N.M. Lokhande was a pioneer in organizing the labor movement in British India. Now, this is correct. And as a pro mentor tip, N.M. Lokhande as a personality is very important, and labor as a theme is very important. The answer here is B, and you should make the note out of it. Lord Ripon introduced the Factory Act of 1881 to improve the service condition of factory workers. The act banned the appointment of children below the age of 14, below the age of 7 in factories. It reduced the working hours. It made compulsory for all dangerous machines to be properly fenced. And N.M. Lokhande, he started weekly Deen Bandhu in 1880 and even started a Bombay Mill Hands Association in 1890. Moving to next question, which is question number 11. The Trade Dispute Act of 1929 provided for 2017 का क्वेश्चन है. अगर आपने ये एक्ट पढ़ रखा है या यूपीएससी ने पूछ रखा है तो ये एक्ट बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. यूपीएससी की टेंडेंसी है कि बार बार पूछेगा. इस पे आते हैं. द पार्टिसिपेशन ऑफ वर्कर्स इन द मैनेजमेंट ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज. नो. ट्रेड डिस्प्यूट बोला तो डिस्प्यूट इज काइंड ऑफ कॉन्ट्रोवर्शियल टर्म. डिस्प्यूट कुछ से रिलेशन है, उसी रिलेशन में आपको ऑप्शन ढूंढना है. आर्बिट्ररी पावर्स टू द मैनेजमेंट टू क्वेल इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट्स, एन इंटरवेंशन बाय ब्रिटिश कोर्ट इन द इवेंट ऑफ ट्रेड डिस्प्यूट, एंड द सिस्टम ऑफ ट्रिब्यूनल्स एंड द बैन ऑन स्ट्राइक्स. Now this is the answer. It is very factual. Trade disputes of 1929 imposed a system of tribunals and tried to ban strikes. आपको ध्यान बता दूं कि 1929 में लगभग कम्युनिस्ट इन्फ्लुएंस आ चुका है, इसी वजह से स्ट्राइक को बैन करना उनका नेसेसिटी हो गया था. Question number 12. In the context of Indian history, the principle of diarchy refers to. Again, very easy question. बार बार हमने देखा रखा है. It is division of subjects delegated to provinces in two categories. It is reserved list and transferred list. Answer is D. Moving to next question. It's question number 13. As in 2019, consider the following statements about the Charter Act 1813. It ended the trade monopoly of EIC except for trade in tea and trade with China. This is correct. It asserted the sovereignty of the British Crown over the Indian territories held by company. Now, this is also correct. 20 years का extension मिला था. The revenues in India were now controlled by British Parliament. No, पहले से ही हो रहा था. So this is 1 and 2. Moving to next question. The Montague-Chelmsford reforms of 1919 recommended granting voting rights to all the women. Very extreme statement above the age of 21. Very extreme statement and was not possible that back then. This is wrong. The Government of India Act of 1935 gave women reserved seats in legislature. Now, not reserved seats, but separate electorate. तो ये भी गलत है. Answer is D here. आज in 2021. देख सकते हैं किस टाइप का यूपीएससी ट्रेंड पूछ रहा है. अब गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट 1919 में यूपीएससी डिटेल में घुस रहा है. Moving to next question. In the Government of India Act 1919, again the theme, 2022 का question. The functions of provincial government were divided into reserved and transferred subject. यही डायर की है. Which of the following were treated as reserved subjects? अब logically ये सोचिए कि reserved lists were reserved for the governor in the provinces and transferred list उनको दे दिया जाता था जो minister से. तो those subjects which are very important and which is related to revenue and administration will be reserved for governor and the rest will be given to other persons or ministers. अब देखते हैं तो लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट की अगर हालत देखें आज भी और पहले भी उतना कोई डेवलपमेंट नहीं था पहले. यहाँ जो है इसको आप एलिमिनेट कर सकते हो कि ये रिजर्व सब्जेक्ट नहीं होगा कि गवर्नर को कुछ नहीं पड़ी कि लोकल सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट को डेवलप करे बिकॉज ब्रिटिशर्स वर देयर फॉर लूट. तो अगर मैं 2 को हटा दूं तो अपने आप आई गॉट द आंसर. जस्टिस, रेवेन्यू एंड पुलिस. दिस इज आंसर. यूपीएससी also wants you to eliminate like this. Moving to next question, you can see the solution here. Law and order was a reserved subject, local government was a transferred subject, land revenue was a reserved subject, and police was a reserved subject. You can make a note out of it. Land revenue, famine relief, irrigation, justice, law and order, newspapers, borrowing, forest, reserve subjects से. और education, public health and sanitation, public work, agriculture, fisheries, religious endowments, local self government, medical service transferred थे. By which of the following acts was the Governor General of Bengal designated as Governor General of India? So it is 1833 लॉर्ड विलियम बेंटिक। आंसर इज डी, आज इन 2023। बहुत इजी क्वेश्चंस होते हैं मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री में, तो आप इजीली सॉल्व कर लीजिएगा। नाउ यू नो द इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स, इसके बेस पे आप नोट्स बनाइएगा एंड तैयारी कीजिएगा। थैंक यू एंड स्टे ट्यून फॉर फर्दर वीडियो।